Hey, what's up guys? We're going to make a video today about 4K. Yes, 4K and the PlayStation 4 Neo. Just a little bit. We're going to touch on that just a bit. I have on this shirt. I figured it'd be appropriate to wear this shirt. It's inside out right now. I wouldn't want to put my shirt on inside out and make a 30-minute video. So we'll do this. It's dirty though. It's kind of wrinkly. I just want you to see that it starts with a Y. Not a J, okay? For those of you that seem to be slow, okay? But we're not going to put that on because it's filthy, okay? And I don't like wearing my shirts twice and putting them on inside out to trick people. So here's the deal. Here's a Yarek with a J, not with a Y. And it says, do I really hate 4K? Well, let's listen to what he has to say. Using the Xbox One S. Because, well,
you need a website.
Crap. There's advertisements. We don't want to show advertisements. Pause the video. So we're back. We skipped through a commercial. Apparently, Yarek is already trying to make money on his YouTube channel because every time I go to watch this video, there's a commercial in front of it. Really, Yarek? Really? You can't put your videos on YouTube for free? I don't know. Maybe he's not getting monetized. Who knows? But let's watch this video. I know I'm not getting monetized, hence why this is a ragtag production, and we're using an Xbox One, okay? And then we're going to use a Wii U later. We were going to use the Wii U, and then it didn't want to load his video, so now we're using Xbox One S. Go figure. But let's just listen to this guy. Does he really hate 4K?
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Yarek, and I just wanted to do a quick impromptu little video here. I just came back from a music video premiere. I just directed 2 music videos for...
Ooh, a music video premiere. He just directed 2. He didn't just tell you he just did 1 music video. He just told you he did 2 music videos. He must be really important.
For a group that I've been working with, and we just had this big old premiere party at this place called Old Savannah.
Oh, he went to a big premiere party too. He's got to let you know about that.
People there. So it was a lot of fun. People really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with that.
It was so much fun that he came home and then made a YouTube video about people trolling him over 4 fucking K.
I was thinking about some stuff, and I just wanted to talk about real quick.
I'm just going to be honest. That's the last thing I would do after my premiere party, after directing 2 music videos, okay? I would be a little bit more important to that. And the only reason I'm making this video now is, well, it's my fucking day off, okay?
Quick. I've been getting a lot of comments on my YouTube and wherever, Twitter, that have some sort of effect to that I don't like 4K, or I am anti-4K, or something to that effect.
Why, Yarek?
And I honestly don't know where that's coming from. There seems...
He honestly doesn't know where this is coming from. Man, do I really want to show you some other videos, but we'll let you continue.
Some misinformation going on.
Misinformation? On
yes,
YouTube?
There was a discussion that I had with Rich over Review Tech USA about the 4K UHD Blu-ray rollout.
Oh, that was a discussion. That wasn't a 30-minute bitch fest about product we didn't own. That was just a discussion.
And how I was pretty unhappy with how that was being handled.
He was pretty unhappy on how it was being handled back in January when 4K Ultra HD discs weren't even on the fucking market yet.
Due to much of the 4K Blu-rays actually coming from 2K content, 2K masters.
Once again, he had no knowledge of that because the shit was not on the market yet.
And just simply being upscaled to 4K and then released as 4K Blu-ray. Now, yeah, there's there's other benefits of 4K Blu-ray like the HDR and slightly higher bit rates, and coming from a 2K source will be
we're just gonna glance right past HDR, just like my buddy over there at Review Tech USA.
minusculely better.
Who happened to take that video down, by the way, guys.
Than coming from a 1080p source, but still, something that is labeled 4K, it really should be coming from a 4K master. So that's
yes,
that.
We get it,
I just
Yarek.
wanted to clarify. I'm not against 4K. I never was. I've actually been shooting Red for the past 5 years.
I just want to back it up just a teensy bit. I want you to I'm intentionally being cocky right now. He's not. Watch the cocky head turn.
Okay, I never was. I've actually been shooting red for the past from a 4K master. So that's that. So I just wanted to clarify.
That's that.
I'm not against 4K. I never was. I've actually been shooting red for the past 5 years. So all the content that I personally
So he's not
been
against
producing
4K. He's a
since
4K
maybe
snob.
3-4 years ago
He's a
has
4K
been,
elitist.
In 4K or 4K ready, meaning I have all the assets in 4K or above, and when I have the time I can go back and remaster it in 4K. But all the projects that I've been doing this year, last year, and everything that I've done on this YouTube channel since I really started making these videos a couple months ago, I've made an effort to put out in 4K. So I'm actually probably one of the most pro 4K guys on here. So when someone writes a content like like, you know,
You mean a comment?
you know, yeah, 4K sucks, whatever, or, you know, why not 1080p or something to that effect, it doesn't make sense because
It
I
doesn't
don't
make
think that
sense to Yarek. He doesn't think that way.
So if you're making a comment about some sort of misinformation that you have, your comment towards me is pretty irrelevant.
Is it?
So yeah, you can stop doing that.
Oh,
It makes
okay.
no sense
Well,
because
stop.
I'm not against 4K. I am very much pro 4K.
He's very pro
I just
4K.
wish the-
He's so pro 4K that back in January, before 4K Ultra HDs were on the fucking market, him and Rich from Review Tech USA, yes, I said it because it irritates the fuck out of his subscribers, okay, bitched and complained about product that they do not fucking own. This is my point to the fucking
4K
video.
Blu-ray.
Since he seems to have forgotten that.
Format rollout would have been smoother and truer. I don't want to go into too much on that content. I'm probably going to revisit that whole debacle.
I'm making
later
too
on,
many
so-
jack-off hand motions in this video, so I might not be able to monetize it.
Examples and sourcing where certain films come from.
You got 73 people watching this video. Don't waste your time getting all the movies together. What was 4K? What wasn't? What was 2K digital? Man, what was film? This nobody fucking cares. They can Google that information real quick. You'd just be putting a lot of time and effort into a video that was unnecessary, my
What
friend.
cameras they were shot on, what resolutions they were shot on, and comparing the process from filming the films to post-production to finally going on 4K Blu-ray, showing how most of these titles are not actually in 4K. I think Warner Brothers is releasing 35 or 38 or something 4K Blu-ray titles this year, and 0 of them are coming from a 4K master. All of them were mastered in 2K, so I don't know. Unless things are changing. Hopefully they will change, and I know they will change in the future, but
Mind you, he made this video after this movie was released, and we'll get into that in just a minute.
initial rollout sucks. But just to reiterate, I am not against 4K. I'm very much pro 4K. Probably more 4K than most of you out there.
The trolls
So, yeah,
do not care. They don't care. This was a wasted fucking video.
Call me Mr.
Not
4K.
not
I'm
really,
4K
because we got
all
Mr. 4K out of it, okay? And there's some entertainment going on.
did. And the reason why I'm so upset about the 4K disaster is because I care about 4K.
4K disaster. This guy says he's Mr. fucking 4K. He's pro 4K, and 4K is a disaster. It's a fucking disaster.
And I want to see it done properly and correctly, so the format can get pushed forward the way that it should be pushed forward and highlighted.
Push your fucking
and,
video forward. Jesus
displayed
Christ,
in
man.
the best possible way. So I'm not the only one that feels this way. Someone said, you know, don't shit where you eat or something like that. Well, my problem is with the studios who make these decisions that, you know, what they're doing with this is okay, and filmmakers like myself Most of them don't even know this is happening, but the ones that do are pretty pissed off about this. So I'm not the only one.
Most filmmakers don't know this is happening. Really? Really, Yarek? Can he be more fucking pompous?
My suggestion is just to do your homework.
Yes, do your homework.
And they
don't listen to douchebags like me or like fucking Yarek. Google some fucking information, okay?
Blu-ray.
But I'm still gonna try to steer you in the right fucking direction.
I get the HDR, so, shut the fuck up. It's better anyway. Well, that's kind of the problem. You guys not caring that this is happening is only proving to the studios that they can get away with shit like this. So...
Yes, it's all our fault, Yarek. It's all our fault. It's my fault for buying a 10-bit color panel that has HDR and buying a 2K, 4K upscaled movie that has HDR. It's all my fault. Actually putting money into the movie industry, that's all my fault.
Yeah, I think we're going to revisit this 4K Blu-ray topic soon.
Yes, revisit it soon, Yarek.
Professional setting, but for now...
Revisit it soon, and please put some fucking information in it that's decent, okay? And that's what we're going to try to do right here. Yarek seemed to forget about this video. He mentioned it, but, well, let's...
That they're going to have a 4K release of something like that. They have to go back to the raw files. They got...
Let's go to, let's just start right here. I'm going to walk off camera.
And 2K effects. For example... Ridley Scott's The Martian comes to mind. That was a recent big-budget movie. It was shot 5K red, but all the post-work was done at 2K before it ever went anywhere. They would down-res it to 2K, DPX files. That would go off to color grade. That would go off to the special effects guys. So at the end of the day, you have a 2K master of the film and nothing else. A 4K version of the film completed doesn't exist.
You can't even get the...
So you have a 2K master, nothing else. A 2K mastered offered to you as a 4K upscale.
4K if you wanted.
No, they didn't make it. So for studios to go back and claim that they're going to have a 4K release of something like that, they have to go back to the raw files. They got to reconform it, regrade it, redo all the special effects in 4K, do all the compositing in 4K. That's going to take like $20, $30 million per title to do. Studios don't want to do that.
So once again, he's not against 4K. He's a 4K elitist. He thinks that everything in that movie, every piece of it, has to be 4K for it to be a 4K movie. Here's my thing. Technology has got to catch up. But now we've got displays, we've got HDR, we've got 10-bit color panels. If you're giving me a 2K digital intermediate that's upscaled to 4K, and that's all you're giving me, yeah, there's an issue with that. If you're giving me a 4K movie that's truly 4K, but all the CGI elements are 2K'd, upscaled to 4K, are we going to be that fucking pompous over a fucking movie? Can we not appreciate the HDR, the 10-bit color panels, the 10-bit HDR, the Dolby Vision? Can we not appreciate all the technology coming together?
That's a problem. That's a really big problem.
And this is basically the equivalent, guys, for the guys who are more on the gaming side of things. This is the equivalent of Sony putting out a game and it's only in its native resolution is 720p, and they say its native resolution is 1080p when they're just upscaling it. It's the equivalent.
That is not the same fucking equivalent, because they are not taking a 2K fucking movie, upscaling it to fucking 4K, and selling it to you. There is a huge fucking difference with 10-bit color panels with fucking 10-bit on a 4K fucking Blu-ray versus an 8-bit fucking Blu-ray. There's a huge fucking difference. Once again, Dolby Vision. Once again, HDR.
Equivalent of that, and that's why it's such a big deal.
Yeah, I would even say this is worse, I think. I mean, when you're...
Yarek just said it was fucking worse than Rich's explanation, his example. It's worse.
The game, and it does, up conversions and upscales inside, that's, depending on the size of your TV and whatnot and the immersive experience of it, you can kind of let some of that slide. The P's and the K's in video games, it's if it's a good game, it'll be a good game, I think.
He just said you can fucking let a video game being upscaled slide because it's a fucking good game. So what if it's a good fucking movie, Yarek? If it's 2K and it's fucking upscaled to 4K, but they fucking Dolby Vision the goddamn movie, or they fucking HDR 10 the fucking movie, and they put it on a 4K disc, which is better than fucking streaming, and then they add fucking 10-bit worth of fucking colors for your 10-bit fucking color panel. If it's a good movie and it's 2K and they just did all that fucking bells and whistles to it, then why can't you just go, not only does it look good now, but it's a good movie. No, fuck that. Fuck that. That only applies to video games.
But when you're looking at
Enough of that.
Ultra HD.
Enough of that. Okay, now let's go to this asshole's videos.
Are we good to go? We're good to go.
So,
Look, guys, we're going to have fun on my channel.
where are we here? We're going to a review that Yarek did in January. Because the only reason I'm making this video, guys, is Yarek seems to have forgotten all of this.
For all Ultra HD Blu-ray titles, so I figured we'd read it. Let's read it.
So here is a review from Yarek, okay, with a J, not with a Y. Yarek went over to BestBuy.com January 14th, 2016 and did a blanket review for a movie he has not seen on 4K, yet he's Mr. fucking 4K, yet he's pro fucking 4K. Once again, he sounds more of a 4K elitist.
Together. Many recent Ultra HD Blu-ray titles will be upconverted from 2K masters and won't actually be 4K. This is simply because many recent films shot digitally were not shot at 4K or above resolution, but only 2K. Even many films that have been shot on true 4K or even film only had visual effects and post-production done at 2K, blah, 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 fucking blah. Fox Home Entertainment has already admitted that the Martian 4K release is being made from 2K assets, blah, 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 blah. Here's a Twitter thingy, blah, 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 blah. Find this here, link on it here, nobody fucking cares. The Martin does not currently exist in 4K, even though it was shot with a 5K Red Dragon camera, okay?
Wish it was dumbed down, obviously.
Stick with the 1080p version for now. Please do your homework before purchasing.
So he told you to stick with the 1080p version, which, once again, where you heard him bitch on the Review Tech USA video, he said it was worse than a video game getting upscaled, and a video game getting upscaled and resold to you is okay because, well, if it's a great game, what does that fucking matter? So, well, what if it's a great movie? Okay? Meanwhile, never informing anyone about 10-bit color panels, never informing anyone about 10-bit colors on a 4K disc, okay, camera person, and just never putting any information out there except for negative information and bitching about something that they do not own. Then goes so far as to go to Best Buy, do a blanketed review for all 4K, has no knowledge that any other 4K titles are going to come out and aren't 2K digital upscales that actually are 4K, but just blanketly shits on The Martian and everything else 4K because he's so pro fucking 4K and he's Mr. 4 fucking K, okay? How pompous are you that you're like, I'm Mr. 4 fucking K. I put all my videos up in 4 fucking K. Look at me, don't you want to see me in 4 fucking... No, nobody wants to see you in 4 fucking K, okay? So now, with that said, let's go over to here. So once again, in this video, didn't mention HDR. In this video, bypassed HDR. And in the review where he shits on everything on BestBuy.com, not owning any of the product, mind you, and the product wasn't even out in fucking January. The product didn't come out in fucking March. How does that make you pro product? Okay? Mr. I'm a filmmaker that just got done with 2 music videos and I was at a fucking party, but I had to come home and half-ass addressed 4K and why I don't fucking supposedly hate it. Okay? So now we're going to go to this jackass's video who has an odd similarity to me.
Hey, what's up, guys?
And I just want to point out that Rich from Review Tech USA, since that seems to bother people when I mention that, has his fucking shirt on backwards, bitched about me for 30 fucking minutes and said how fucking stupid I was, and, mind you, has deleted this video because I couldn't find it any fucking where, okay? So with that said, let's go to, 710. Isn't this a nifty half-ass YouTube production? So we'll go to 7.4.
The amount of different tones rendered on screen. Now, this is the fun part right here. So pay attention.
Pay attention. You too, camera
The
person.
use of higher color gamuts.
I don't care if you're on a whole bunch of
bit
drugs,
depths
okay?
Play a key part in this, with 10-bit and 12-bit color processing used. Let's stop right there. We do not have 12-bit color panels on the market, but what we do have is 10-bit color panels for the home market right now. This is a 10-bit color panel. So this is why I can appreciate a 2K movie upscaled to 4K, because there's some 10-bit magic going on that I'm getting with this television. So, the use of higher color gamuts and bit depths play a key part in this, with 10-bit and 12-bit color processing used to enhance the presentation over dual HD visuals. For example, 10-bit color provides 1,024 shades, 10-bit color. HDR for every primary color compared to just 256 shades for a fucking Blu-ray. 256 shades for a standard HD Blu-ray, which are mastered in 8-bit fucking color. As a result, the expanded color precision allows for more intricate details to be shown across the entire scene and not just in scenes with high contrast between light and dark areas. In this respect, 4K isn't just about rendering more pixels on screen, but about creating better looking pixels that more accurately replicate the source material, coming closer to how we see the world with our own eyes. The Xbox One lacks the necessary GPU grunt to render complex games in native 4K, but the use of HDR, which the Xbox One S has, and a wider color gamuts should still provide extra visual flair to 1080p titles, which are then upscaled to Ultra HD resolutions. There's the potential to realize extra detail in bright highlights and in dark areas, assuming that HDR pass is mastered at 4K after upscaling has taken place. This should still add increased per pixel information over a 1080p image. And that is exactly why I do not have double standards when it comes to enjoy.
Now let's pause it right there, okay? Now, let's find my remote and let's jump over to the Wii U. I guess I need to change something else on my surround sound. Like I said, this is a half-ass production. I don't make any money from YouTube. What do you expect from me, people? Huh? You want me to get on YouTube and cry about not making any money because 6 of my videos got flagged for fucking profanity? So, let's read. You remember Yarek just a little while ago, that guy that said he was Mr. 4K and Pro 4K, well, he told you that 30 Warner Brother movies were going to come out, and none of them were going to be in 4K. I wanted to show you this for yourself, so you would just take my word for it. And this is a great place to go for any information on Ultra HD 4K Blu-ray titles. Okay? Reference home theater, guys. Go there. Don't listen to fucking yackasses like Yarek, okay? I said yackasses. And don't listen to people like me either, okay? I'm just going to try to steer you in the right direction. Mastered format 4K. You mean to tell me Yarek is Pro 4K? Yarek is Mr. 4K? This movie just came out right before he made that fucking video, yet he doesn't mention that it's in 4K. He doesn't talk about that. And yet, the information was there, yet he still told you that Warner Brothers, all their movies that are coming out are not going to be 4K. Well, let's read this. Okay, so Batman Superman is shot on a wide variety of sources, including 16mm, 35mm, IMAX, and Airy Raw 3.4K. This is why I said he's a 4K elitist, okay? He's at 3.4K. Pause the video, please. We good to go? All right, we had to pause it. So, IMAX, Airy Raw 3.4K. Like I said, he must be an elitist. 3.4K? Come on. Seriously. According to an interview, blah, 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 35mm sources were scanned at 2K, and the IMAX sources at 8K, and the final mastering done at 4K. So we have multiple fucking sources in here. 16mm, 35mm, RAW, 3.4K. You have IMAX at 8K. Guys, this is as close to 4K as we're gonna fucking get, okay? We do not need to be that much of an elite fucking pompous horse's ass when it comes to 4 fucking K. This movie is as close as we're gonna get to 4K unless you get a 35mm film like Ghostbusters. It's mastered in 4K. This is a 4K film. Now, Yarek might bitch and complain that all the CGI elements were fucking done at 4K, but they were dumbed down to a 2K digital intermediate, so any CGI in a real 4K movie is only fucking 2K. Get the fuck over it, people. You have a disc that offers you 10-bit colors with a 10-bit fucking color panel, okay? HDR, Dolby Vision. Blu-ray does not fucking offer you that, okay? Now, before we get to the end of this ridiculous video, let's go back to the Xbox One S over here, because today the PlayStation Pro was announced, and I just want to show you the tail end of this video that was done months ago.
Showing Mad Max that's 2K, that's been HDR color, that's upscaled on my television, because there's something else being offered to me, because it's not just about resolution. And everyone should be excited that this currently exists, because the Xbox One S now has it. This is definitely an upgrade. It will change gaming. We will see that when Forza comes out. We will see that. I'm going to go ahead and say we will see that when Gears of War comes out. We will see that when Scalebound comes out. And here's the deal. If you don't like Microsoft, you don't like Xbox One, completely understandable. You enjoy your PlayStation 4. But let's say the Neo comes out, the Scorpio comes out, and something else later down the road maybe Sony brings out. Now that we have the Xbox One S and a few titles getting HDR gaming, we will see this in the future. I'm going to go ahead and guess this will be a big part of gaming with the Scorpio. This will be a big part of gaming maybe with Sony's next video game console. So
let's stop it right there. And today, when the PlayStation 4 Pro was announced. Yarek, guess what? Camera person, I know we've gone past our time. Pay attention, please. When the PlayStation 4 Pro was announced, today, the whole goddamn conference was about HD fucking R. High dynamic range, Yarek. Something you glanced over in the Review Tech USA video. Something you glanced over in your negative review for product that you don't own on BestBuy.com. And something you glanced over on your most recent video when this video was already out too. Are you fucking kidding me?